What's going on, y'all? It's One Way to Floyd. This is another episode of Tone Up Tuesdays. In this episode, we're going to go over part 2 of my routine. So this is what you will be doing on the third day if you were following my routine. So for the first 2 days, you would do that main circuit, and then you would follow with this circuit here. So the purpose of this circuit is pretty much to address some of the areas that might not get touched when we're doing the main circuit. So I'll go ahead and get right into it because there's a good bit of exercises. So the reps with these vary, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you the rep range I'm kind of doing for them. But yeah, just like with the other circuit, maintaining our form, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be a big factor in your results, your form, and then just having the effective rep, making that mind muscle connection, and then doing all the reps. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. So for my first exercise, so I do about 60 curls and 45 tricep extensions. Okay, and I do these, I emphasize the curls a little bit more because my triceps get worked out a little bit more when I'm doing that main circuit. So just like with the other exercises, you pretty much see me do this all the time with my shoulder blades, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Right, and then I'm isolating the bicep, squeezing at the top, controlling on the way down. Squeezing at the top, controlling on the way down. So when you're going down on your rep, that negative portion is a part of the rep. If you are not controlling on the way down, you're wasting part of your rep. Okay, so I like to use this idea of, kind of exploding, squeezing here, and then controlling on the way down, right? So with those, you also see me rotate here just to kind of engage the bicep more. And I'm in control this whole time. So you also notice I'm doing the full range of motion. Some people don't, you'll see people try to stay in this area of where there's like the maximum amount of tension, which can be good in some workouts, but I wouldn't recommend doing that for all your workouts. You know what I'm saying? My focus is on functionality and overall, you know what I'm saying, efficiency, operating efficiency. So you got to realize, this part of the movement and this part of the movement is still involved. So whatever we focus on is what we're gonna, expand or maximize, if you will, whatever. So if we're only focusing on this range or area of range, that's pretty much what you're gonna, be working on. So I don't like to neglect any areas. Again, that also your flexibility and all that, it affects, causes imbalances. So just like you can cause imbalances by neglecting muscle groups, you got muscle groups within your muscle groups, you know what I mean? So nothing's pointless. But moving on, I'll go to the tricep extension. Oh, one more thing, like I said, with the curls, I'm doing a total of 60. So if I was doing 3 sets, I'd be doing 20, 20, 20. You can break that up however you want. Pause between the reps if you have to. Like I said, maintain that form. Making sure you're getting that mind muscle connection, squeezing at the top of the rep, controlling all the way down, and getting all the reps. If you gotta take a break in between the set or whatever, do that, but get all those reps and don't get back to it as fast as you can. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go into the tricep extensions, tricep kickbacks. When I'm doing these, same thing, making sure I'm going all the way back, slow on that negative. Okay. Squeezing at the top, excuse me. Squeezing at the top. Okay. Same thing with those. Boom. And I'm squeezing right here. Okay. You want to make sure you're doing a weight that you're not, you know, you can get this all the way back. Like I said, get that full range of motion. You know what I mean? And just making sure that, you know, this looks like a lot of weight. So it's like 40, 50 pounds. That shit's like 25 pounds. Okay, so I've been doing this for a while. And, you know, again, the form, the technique, having an effective movement is gonna do more for you than trying to use weight that you can't, you know, lift efficiently or, and, you know, with a full range. So the weight's more important. I say, you know, I just wanted to highlight that. I like, you know, keeping it real with y'all. Like I said, this looks like 30, 50 pounds, 40 pounds or whatever. It's not. You know what I'm saying? These are 5'5", 3.5, 2.7. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, don't get caught up in that weight game. All right, so, excuse me, moving on. I'm gonna go ahead and go to shoulder presses. Do these down here. Okay. Boom. Same thing. Shoulder blades are back. Boom. And you'll notice with these, I'm not so much trying to do a tricep extension, right? I'm more so going here. You might not see my arm bend out all the way, but I want to make sure I'm focusing on utilizing my shoulder and not necessarily just this, okay? All right, so when it comes to the shoulder presses, I'm doing a total of 60 of those. With the shoulder press, you can load a little bit more than you would the shoulder raise, but still, like I said, you know, we used to do considerable amount more than this, but for that rep range I'm doing, I'm not gonna go over this weight. I can do a good bit more weight than this if I wanted to. If I was doing that, I'd be doing probably like, you know, 6-8 reps. But the only reason I'm doing that type of rep range with this exercise is because the weight is light. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind relative to where, you know what I'm saying, relative to where you're at. So moving on though, we'll go ahead and go to some of the back exercises that I do. Excuse me. So first we got, this is pretty much an upright row. With this, I'm just gonna show you the trajectory I'm kind of going here. And then after I do this upright row, I superset it with the shrug. And like I said, if the upright row, if there's something you're a little bit new to, or you're still developing, you don't have to add that shrug in there. But yeah, so with these dumbbells, that upright row, normally you'll see a closer grip. You know, we can still get an effective movement out of this. So I'll show y'all the trajectory I'm taking isn't just up and down. It's more of a here, boom. And I'm doing my shrug. And when you're doing your shrug, try not to duck your head. Boom. And you'll notice when I come back, when I'm doing my shrug, I'm kind of going back a little bit. Not, like I said, it's not just up and down. Boom. Okay. Keep going like that, my hand. Okay. So, boom. Okay. Okay. So I'm doing 20. 20 with that superset right here. And then there's a couple of exercises I do for my back. So just like I showed you in the other video, this other one's gonna be that same kind of row. And again, we're trying to isolate and you know, really engage the the back muscles here. So I'm not just going straight back for these. I'm kind of winging back like this and getting that squeeze and flex. I should be feeling these right here. Okay. Squeeze. And when you see that, like I said, it's not a, it's boom. So it's not, we're not going here. I mean, this is basically a row, if you were to do it like this. This is more at an angle here. We're getting that wing motion. So the last, for that I'll also do a total of 60, you know what I'm saying, of those. So, and then again, I'm using pretty lightweight, relatively speaking. Okay, so our next back exercise is pretty much like a straight leg deadlift. Okay, and all I'm doing for this exercise, you really want to emphasize that line of motion. Kind of gonna pop your butt out a little bit. You want to keep your knees straight, but the point of this isn't really for your legs. More so for your lower back, you know. Okay. Same thing, 20 of these. Sorry, I should have told you. Widen your stance a little bit. And it's almost like when I'm doing this, you know, how would I say it? You almost like push your butt out a little bit as you're going down to keep your back straight. Okay. You want to try to keep your legs from bending. Basically, one part I was missing here, that's my apology, but you won't finish this with pretty much engaging like if you was doing a deadlift, right? So boom, I'm going back, and as I'm coming up here, I'm finishing that movement, but pretty much engaging your glutes and your hips, right? So that's how you do this. Boom. And yeah, it's kind of awkward because I don't have like a barbell and whatnot, but just want to maintain straight back, all that, but looking to really activate our lower back. And when I'm doing this, I can kind of focus and just focus on doing the lifting with my lower back here. So like I said, the key to this, so your back should be straight, you know what I'm saying, the entire time. This is what they talking about when you talk about people bending their back. This right here, this weight right here, you should not be bending your back at all. You know what I'm saying? The weight that we're using right now in a 20 rep range, there should be no bend in your back with this. It should be easy enough for you to just pretty much feel that tension and get a good exercise of those muscles back there. And you'll feel this, you know, for a couple days, you know what I'm saying? But make sure you're keeping your back straight. So what I mean by that is, you know what I'm saying, do this exercise consciously. So, or, you know, stay aware when you're doing it, basically, because if you do it frivolously and you even do it with just this little bit of weight, and let's say you just do that, you pull something in your back or something like that, so we don't want that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on though to our next set of exercises. So real quick, I like to also, let me do these. So as far as our legs go, we're gonna do calf raises, 100 calf raises. You know what I'm saying? Full range, explode up, slow on the way down. Now as I'm altering through my sets, you know what I'm saying, you'll see my feet go like this, right? Also turn inward, boom, same thing, okay? And then straight as well. So just here. Yep. Okay. And then that other variation. And this is, I'll be switching this up. Like I say, this was the second set, or if you did, you know, 3 sets or whatever. Same thing. Hold on. So these are at the right angle. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Okay. All right. So 100 of those. You gotta chop that up. All right. So the next thing here. So I like to put some work into my my adductors and my adductors. Okay. So just some simple exercises you could do here. Right here for my adductors. The simple little leg raises here. I thought about tweaking this exercise and making, you know, full range thing, but for right now, just doing this right here and working on that hip adductor and that, you know, keep maintaining that flexibility in that joint there. So I'll do 100, like I said, 100 each leg. Now as far as, in 1 second here. I'm sorry about that. That is my daughter's toys. But alright, so turn this motherfucker off. Alright. About that. Alright, so for my abductors, this is a nice little plank right here. This is a pretty challenging. I hold this for like 45 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Three sets. So I'm gonna go right here. Okay. You know, work out that abductor. You got. This is this is a tough exercise, but definitely worth its weight in gold. Working your abductors and your adductors there. So like I said, in 3 sets, I'll be holding those for about 45 seconds. And then another exercise for my legs that I hit here. And I'm not doing a high number of these. This is called the cross-X squat. This is one of my favorite exercises. Same group of muscles there. So this we're pretty much gonna load here, right? And when I'm going down, I'm loading all here. So a lot of work on the abductors there, coming back, and then going to this leg here. Okay, excuse me. And yeah, so back and forth. And I pretty much do, what was I doing, like 33 of these? So, but it was 33 each leg, so 11, yeah, if I was doing 3 sets, I'd be doing 11 each time, so it'd be like, boom, 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 just like that. See that here. Okay. All right, so from there, just making sure I'm not missing nothing. All right, so yeah, so the last exercise here is gonna be for our core, and this is pretty much for our obliques, and it's basically just a Russian twist. Okay, Oh yeah, with those quadset, any of these exercises I'm showing you, with the exception of the curls, the tricep extension, I'm actually show you a variation for that tricep extension if that's challenging. I missed that. But other than that, like when it comes to um, the cross-leg squats, when it comes to the calf raises, things like that, gauge where you're at. You don't have to use the dumbbells. You don't have to use the weight yet. Use your body weight. Make sure you can get all the reps with just your body weight. And once you can do that, then start progressing the weight. You don't have to start with these dumbbells. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been doing this for a while, and these might not even be 25 pounds, like 5'5", 3.5", 2.7. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So next movement while I'm doing this core movement, this is a Russian twist. But when I'm doing this, I really want to emphasize this with this core movement. I want to make sure you're twisting your trunk. Okay. I'd rather your hands, like your hands hitting the ground is cool. I mean, that's what's supposed to happen, but it don't mean nothing if you're not twisting your trunk with the movement. So if you're just doing one of these, this is not gonna do nothing for you with this. Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing this, twisting my trunk, making sure I'm getting them, your hands might not touch the ground. You know what I'm saying? You can still do a very effective movement, right? So what I do though, you can do this with a medicine ball or this dumbbell. So I pretty much get my hands under it like this, and it's like I focus all the weight so that it gets onto my obliques or my trunk basically, and I'm twisting and rotating it. Boom, boom, boom. I'll show you that. And again, this is something where you don't have to use the weight. Okay, it's a very effective exercise without the weight. All right, so you do this with a medicine ball if you just got a dumbbell. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, give me for a second. And I'm trying to pretty much throw this, you know what I'm saying, with my trunk. Boom. My arms are just kind of following through. Okay. And so with those, I would do 6. So you're gonna do 100 of these total, but you're gonna do 100 each side. So it's gonna be 33, 66, 66, and then 68. So it's like a total of 200, but you're really doing 100 each side. If that makes sense. Okay. So yeah. So after that, oh yeah, let me show you that variation. So if those back to them tricep kickbacks, if those are challenging for you, if you got work up to that still, right? Here's another variation you could do with just one dumbbell. Boom, just like this. Try and get your triceps so that they're, nice and square, 90 degrees. Boom, you're just going there. Okay. So and that's if you need to work up to the kickbacks there. But before we start this workout, just like the other one, we're doing our dynamic warm up. And then following this, we be doing our static stretch. So just trying to make sure I ain't get nothing. You notice that I didn't do anything specifically for my forearms. Sometimes when I'm in between, I might do some forearm curls, but a lot of times, like especially with the calisthenics stuff, your forearms are getting worked like crazy, doing pull-ups and different things. So your forearms are getting that workout. Sometimes I do a little something for them, but not that much. But But yeah, man, so like I said, that first circuit in my last video, you would do that for 2 days. You would do this on the 3rd day, you know what I'm saying, do this circuit. And then the next day would be a rest day, and you repeat it. You know what I'm saying? You can do these in, when it comes to this circuit, within the circuits, you can do these in any order that you want to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but that's this episode of Tone Up Tuesdays, man. It's one way to fuck you. I'll tell you these.
I tuck a deuce early, my time could be better spent. In a greater stepping with my chakras in the mix. I'm God without a stick, but what's attached, shit like a rod. Heavy is the head, cause I'm held back if it ain't charged.